Hi, Aries. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month October tarot reading. This is a reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hey, if you're new here, welcome to you. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. But I also periodically add in a Wednesday reading. I did a money and career reading a couple of weeks ago. I will have a when the veil is thin type of reading as we get closer to Halloween. So you may want to hit the like button so that YouTube will show you when those are out. Plus, it helps this reading, and I sure do appreciate it. All those likes count. All right. What advice do you have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Aries need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all involved with Aries? Messages for Aries. Okay. Alrighty. We will start here with the tarot in a detailed Celtic cross style reading. Current situation, you have the Three of Pentacles. The immediate influence is the Chariot. In your subconscious, you have the Queen of Swords. In the distant past, the Temperance card, Temperance. In the more recent past, the Six of Swords, Eight of Pentacles is coming towards you. You are represented by the Magician. This is exciting. The person or situation you are attracting is the Fool. You've got the Empress and your hopes and fears. Ten of Swords there, but I'm not too concerned about it. Bottom of the deck clarifiers, we have new opportunities coming in here with the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and that Wheel of Life. God, I love it. And the Three of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Three of Cups. Three of Cups. So we have here 5, 6 major arcana. We have Cancer. Sagittarius is here. We have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo is here. We've got Earth, and we do have the Three of Pentacles. I know I said it here, but we actually do have it. Earth, air, fire, and yeah. All right, so with this, I feel like they're saying you're entering a new cycle with that Wheel of Life that spins in your favor. So if somebody here, I feel like you're going to have a chance encounter. If you are not in a relationship, you have somebody coming in hot. And I do feel like it's somebody who really is ready for a relationship. They are not carrying old baggage. They're not carrying an old torch for somebody. Isn't that what we call it? Carrying a torch when somebody's heart is still somewhere else. So others of you, though, I do feel like you're going to have a chance to move in terms of a job. You have a new opportunity. You've got nice aspects for housing and travel as well. But I do feel like, again, it's like a whirlwind. It may come out of nowhere. Now, you may say, I'm going to do some research, especially with that 10 of Wands. I don't see it being something you just drop everything and run to. So I feel like you get the information now that starts to make you aware of an opportunity coming in, whether it's a move. And it may not be that far away from where you live right now. If it's a move, it may be, I get 20 minutes. I mean, and depending on what kind of a geographic location, that can seem short or that can seem long. But I do feel like somebody, it's more like out of the busyness. If you're in a situation where there can be a lot of traffic, you're kind of moving out to the outskirts is what I hear, an opportunity to the outskirts. So with that Wheel of Life, it always spins in your favor. That's a portal into the divine. But I sure do like this. Okay, we can hold up half the cards here. But there's something about this combination here where I feel like you're going to be manifesting big time. And look at all the yellow in the backdrop. And if we really want to get fun, we'll throw the Chariot because it's just the back matches. I wasn't really going to put this in there, but I like it, don't you? It indicates, so the yellow in the background indicates an environment that's abundant, that's rich, that's prosperous. And so if you're asking about a love relationship, you have a love here that grows, no doubt about it. But in terms of jobs are moving too, though. This is moving into your dreams. It's moving forward. And it's really, again, a time where you almost can't fail. It's like, this is easy. All that yellow means something. So with the current situation that we've got, and guess what? I know these are all actually in the correct order. I do feel like somebody here has been just kind of finding joy in the meantime, not getting too restless, not getting irritable, discontent, and being like, I can't take this anymore. That it's like you kind of are just pushing along methodically. And with the Chariot energy here, it really is a time where things are going to pick up. So if you've been rather, and it's not complacency, but you've been rather just like accepting of things, how they are, and saying, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to compare myself to others. I'm not going to get all worked up. The Chariot comes in and it's time to advance. All right. Things are looking good when the Chariot shows up, especially with that Three of Pentacles. You have collaboration and teamwork. And if you work in the medical field, I do feel like you have an opportunity to advance. And it may be you teaching others. Okay. So if it's even something like, even being something in the medical field as like a case manager or something where you're teaching, I do get it big time with teaching. You've got a great team here. Now, others of you too, I even get it with real estate or even travel, working in the travel industry. Now, I will say too, though, you've got, wherever you go, it's the teamwork that really is important about these two. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's very balanced, so you're not going to feel as burdened. So I do feel like things are going to move along. They're going to move forward here, and it's going to feel like it moves quickly. Okay, so if things have, like I said, they've been a bit stagnant or stuck, I don't see that happening. So in your subconscious, you have this Queen of Swords that does indicate that you're going to move things forward in somewhat of an analytical way, in an intellectual way. Your communication is going to be right on point. So you may find with this, Aries, that you need to trust your intuition if you feel like you need to send a follow-up email. If you're making a reservation and you want to make sure, if you have even an out-of-the-country trip and you want to make sure your transportation to the airport to get home is secured, this is the kind of stuff where it says, oh God, if I don't send that email, I'm going to regret it. Okay, so I do feel like those little winks or nudges, you want to follow through on those because it's for a good reason. This keeps everything orderly. And if those of you that like personality types, a lot of people think there's just A and B. There's C and D too. This is like a C personality, somebody who is very analytical, intellectual, accurate. You want to get the job done right, pick the Queen of Swords to do it, and that's coming out of your subconscious. So in the distant past, you have the Temperance energy, and this is a time of going with the flow, and it may have been a twist and turn in your path. Okay, so it may have been something that changed direction. You had a course correction here, and you might not have loved it at the time, but I do see it. You've got it here too, by the way, where there's a bit of an emotional energy with these two together. So even if it was a relationship that changed a bit, or your path, what you thought you were going to be doing changed. That's what I get. But with the Temperance energy, it's thriving in change. It's also having support. So I do feel like if you're in some kind of sales and your territory changed, you may not have loved that idea at first, especially if you thought it was cutting down your income, okay? But I do feel like it brings in more support and it brings in more help. So it's not going to be burdensome at all. Even though your job may have changed too, if you're the one that's going to be teaching and training and helping out other people, even if you say, I gave up my entire territory, I don't do that at all anymore, I'm like supervising people, it's this. So I feel like they're saying you're kind of going with the flow here. With the Six of Swords, and I also feel like too, there's people talking about you at work in a very positive way. I want you to know that. So if you are taking on some kind of transition, because you do have it here, and that 10 of Wands energy is like, really putting your all into it. I feel like it's getting noticed. So don't worry if you think, do I have to attend to all these details? Is this that important? I do feel like it's going to pay off for you in the end, because there's something about that 10 of Wands. You're not going to give up the job until it's done. And so with the Six of Swords, you're moving forward here, and you're moving out of a time too that may have been a bit emotional, a transition that was a bit emotional. Or even if you say, no, I had a crappy crappy cycle at work for 6 months, 9 months. And especially too, if there was someone in your midst who tends to go after people, like they pick a different person, they seem to go in cycles with this stuff. I do feel like if it was your turn, I feel like you outlasted them, okay? You're out of that cycle. So if there was somebody who was somewhat picking on you and they were creating negativity around you, I do feel like that there may be something else going on in their personal life too, or they don't have time to do it anymore. I hate to say that, but I do feel like you're off the hook, okay? If you know what I'm talking about there, you're off the hook here. And things are going to be pretty smooth sailing, even with that 10 of Wands, because I feel like that 10 of Wands, you have control over that. And what I feel like you don't like is when you don't feel like you have control. When you put your all into something in a 10 of Wands and it's intentional for an Aries, that's actually kind of okay. Some signs that would not be good. They'd be buckling. But I do feel like it's with intent. Like you know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So those of you that are finishing something up, guess what? If it's related to money, it's going to be bank. You're going to bring in money. That 10 of Wands will be worth it in the end. So even if you're doing something with a move and you're like, no, I got to plow through this. This is very methodical energy with this 8 of Pentacles. Your focus pays off. Now, if it's something to do with your physical body or it's something to do with even competing, you're in a race or something like that, I do see you as moving through to the end. I see somebody getting a medal around their neck. So if that's not you though, either way with this 8 of Pentacles, anything you put your mind into and you put your focus on is going to be a gem. So you're represented by the Magician. We love this. I mean, the Magician is the biggest transformer in the deck. I think I've mentioned this before, but I met a guy in La Jolla, California, who was a retired engineer who was reading tarot out of, if you've ever been to La Jolla, it's a really cool beachy town, but they've got all these shops like off of the sidewalk. They're basically like you roll up a garage door and there's your shop. He was pulling out a table and chairs and reading on the sidewalk. It was awesome. But he loved the Magician. So he had big posters of the Magician because his dreams come true. All right. So you're moving forward, no doubt about it. And it's making things happen. It's taking that leap of faith and knowing that you have every single thing you need to begin. And especially too, because you're attracting the Fool. That to me is more like a situation than necessarily a person. I feel like it's saying that anything new that you're looking to create is happening. And you're going to have every single resource that you need. Every single tool will come into your awareness. So if you're creating some kind of new program or some situation at work, you're in charge of something is what I'm getting. It's going to be awesome. I feel like you're going to leave a legacy. Like people are going to say that other people can't do it like Aries did. And you might find that people get compared to you and they don't like the comparison because I'm not trying to pump up your ego, but they don't measure up. You have that capacity, like I always tell you, to go where other signs can't. And you're doing it here. This is also too, though, in terms of manifesting your dreams. Here you go. It's great. You're manifesting love too, by the way. And so it may come in a bit of a curious way, though. Like I said, unexpected. But I do feel like, too, maybe whirlwind, where you are just in the getting to know you phase. And the next thing you know, you're taking a mini vacation together. There's adventure. There's excitement. This person's very intrigued by you. They want to understand you. They want to know you. I heard they want to globetrot around the world with you, Aries. Whoever this is, I feel like they can keep up with your energy. They're not going to slow you down or weigh you down at all. And you've got the path to the heart with the Empress here. So I do feel like you're attracting. She's abundance. She's luxury. She is everything that we want in life right here and right now. And so in a relationship too, I do see you falling head over heels. She also represents fertility too. So if somebody's asking about fertility, here you go. You've got the sign. They're trying to give you a yes. If you're saying, is it happening? Is it going to happen? There you go. It's a yes. But in terms of your life overall, she also says it's time to take action. So especially with the Fool and the Magician here, you may find that you have an urgency to act. Now, this 10 of Wands is a bit tricky because 10s are really about a new cycle. And truthfully, they're full of power in life. This one, though, I do feel like you have something you're trying to wrap up here, some type of a project. But I do feel like it brings in money and it's worth it. So let's start here. We're going to finish up with a couple of oracle cards. First, we're going to do the Moonology card. I thought about doing this first because I like to use these with the tarot, but we'll see. We'll see about doing it at the end. I may change for the other signs. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check, okay? So for somebody here, if you have even a little bit of a hint of talking yourself out of something, I feel like they're trying to talk you back into it. Okay, that understand that you can soar to new heights, heights you did not know were available to you. Let's ask about money. What else does Aries need to know about money? And then we'll ask about love. You've got the unicorn. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe, all right? So ask, believe, receive, and what else does Aries need to know about love? Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. So even the smallest gestures, doesn't have to be expensive, but good things are on the way for you, Aries. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.